Black love is something that needs to be really highlighted because it's not highlighted enough. You know, obviously you see black people when they have, you know, struggles and, you know, what the hardships they're going to, so you don't really get to kind of see genuine black love between people.
We're in love and we're black, and
right.
We know a lot of people like us that are in love and they're black.
Yep.
But we don't see ourselves anywhere when it comes to black love appreciation. So we wanted to create a show where we just highlight and appreciate black love in all of its forms. Really not all of its forms, but its alternative form or its LGBTQIA plus form.
Yeah, I've dated online before. Was not very successful, like I said, so I choose to date people based off, you know, personal experiences, like in meeting them in person.
I've dated online before. My fiance, we met at first online, even though we were working together. We just hadn't physically. It always happened at any time I had an event, she wouldn't be booked. So we started off speaking online and then actually seen each other, and it went from there.
I had Tinder.
That was interesting. Oh my God, Tinder was a new world, and it was really like the lone. Now I won't say lonely. The board of boards. I was fresh in Atlanta, and when you come, like, kind of what I am now in Atlanta is what I was in North Carolina. Like, I threw out the parties. I knew everybody. So when you first move here and it's like a whole new world and you don't know anybody and you don't really know like what clubs to go to. And then when I first moved here, the gay scene wasn't what it was social wise. Like, it didn't really have as many parties and options. It was kind of like holding on by a thread when I first moved here. So I got Tinder, and I met some very interesting people, and I realized online dating is not for me. I don't know how many times I got asked to be a part of couples and all kinds of weird stuff. And like, I just got together and I was like, you meet people on the internet and they just look and sound so good. And then you get next to them and you're like, I would never date you. Like, and that kind of really settled in that I would rather meet people up close than over the internet any day.
I have dated online. My last girlfriend was from online. I met her on POF.
Yes, I have on Tinder specifically, but yeah, Tinder. That's where I met the man I told y'all about. I had the wife and the 2 kids out. So yeah, I've definitely online dated.
I've dated online and I don't like it. I really don't, because it's like you really have to sell yourself so hard. You know what I mean? It's some people that are on there who just, it's instant and it's easy for them. But for me, like, I have to work harder, just like everything else in my life. You know, like I said, breaking myself down. I'm not skinny, so this is what it is. It's like, okay, well, can you send me pics? And it's like, oh God, here we go.
Of course I have. Goddamn, it's 2020. I've dated online, you know, and I've dated online, but I'm not one of those like long distance type of dating. If I'm dating somebody online, they live in the city. You know, we just haven't met yet, or you know, due to time restraints, we haven't really got to spend very much time with one another. But I'm very big on meeting people. I'm very big on time spent, telephone, text, all that shit. So yeah, I mean, I haven't done any serious online dating, no.
Online dating, I've met some cool people. I actually met this girl probably like 3 years ago now, and but nothing transpired between us further than us just being friends. But yeah.
I've dated online. I've dated online, but it doesn't work. Long distance for me, it doesn't work out. Doesn't work out at all.
Yes, I've dated online. Dating online, I think right now is probably the primary way of dating. It's easier, it's more convenient. I might not 100% prefer it as a primary, but it's easy. You know, you have dating apps and stuff. You can log in and kind of scroll through profiles and see something that interests you, send a message, hey, and start dialogue. So absolutely, I've dated online, yes.
I've never dated online before in my life. Well, Instagram, you know, some people be in my DMs, but I've either met them in person after that, or, you know, I just completely meet that person in person.
I have never dated online. I've DM'd people, you know, sliding in their DMs, you know, trying to get put on or whatever the case may be, but I've never actually dated online.
I never try to date people just for a hookup. I mean, if a hookup happens, it happens, you know, but like I never try to date people for the sole purpose just to hook up, because I mean, like, hooking up to me is like, I'm not gonna say it's pointless, but it's pointless when like it was just like one time, you know, like, wow, okay, like, well.
No, I haven't used a dating site for hookups. Anytime I've used dating sites before, it really was more so just for the sake of networking, drawing attention to my social media. And I also hate them. They kind of get on my nerves, so it ain't never lasted long.
Okay, so I tried to use a dating app for a threesome, and I met all gang of weirdos. And so, yeah, no, lesson learned. I never went through with any of the hookups. I never connected with anyone for real. So I'm just going to stick to meeting drunk people in the club and making friendships and seeing if we can, you know, make other ships together.
I don't do hookups. If I meet somebody online, it's to actually get to know them with the possibilities of dating. But I don't just go on there just for a hookup.
If I'm truthful, if I'm lying, let me say, I never use a dating app to simply hook up, because that's never been my MO. Like I told you, I've only been having sex for about 4 years. But what I will say is when I felt like I needed a moment, I knew where to go. And you said, what have my experiences been?
Yeah.
They've been what I needed them to be. If it was sexual, I got what I needed. If it was somebody that I felt like I was into, I got a little what I needed, you know, maybe conversation outside of the sex, maybe just chilling, hanging out. And when I thought I was going to get more than I needed or wanted or whatever, it just didn't happen, because like I said, he was married and with 2 kids. And I just learned the married part out this year. So
I've definitely used dating apps, Jacked and Grindr, and I have hooked up with people off of them. I've kind of even gotten to Snapchat and Twitter sometimes too. I've had some very good experiences, some very orgasmic experiences, you know, like sexually on there. But it's been 2 that I met off of there that I really wish I hadn't. Both of those one ended in rape and the other one ended in sexual assault. So you just need to be very careful with what you allow yourself to do and who you're sleeping with.
I'm not a hookup type of person. I've been on a few dating apps, and like I could say I've met maybe 1 or 2 people off a dating app, and these motherfuckers is crazy out here. Don't be on dating apps, okay, y'all? Like, don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah. I don't know. It's other ways, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend how awesome you are, because the dating apps to me is a bad look. It's a bad look.
I've actually I haven't used a dating app, but I have met someone through social media, and it was a one night stand type of thing. So yeah, my experience with the girl I met, you know, we had a one night stand, but nothing went further. We still remain good friends to this day. So, and that was like 8 years ago. So we're still good friends, and I don't feel any type of way about it, and she doesn't either.
Not for, well, like I have had a dating app, just to find friends. It was really to find friends, and then a hookup happened, but a relationship came after that. But I don't just, I didn't do it just for hookups. It was just for friends, just to have conversations. But that's just not what I use it for.
So, okay, so we're adults. So, I actually have used dating apps for hookups before. My experience have been pretty cool. I mean, I'm one that really kind of puts it out there what the expectation is. If it's just hooking up for that moment, I make sure the person understands that, hey, we're just hooking up. This is, something between two consensual adults, and it's fine. It works out. But I make sure that we all on the same page. If somebody's expecting something that I'm not willing to give or I'm not intending to give, then I won't engage, because I don't want to really hurt nobody's feelings, or I don't want to, really put a person in a position where the expectation is not what they thought. So just communication and making sure I'm upfront with my intentions is kind of, my goal.
I don't spend my time just hooking up. So no, I've never used a dating app to just hook up. Like, I really don't need sex. A lot of people, like, sex rules the world. You know what I mean? And that's how you don't have control over yourself. I don't need sex whatsoever. So I don't even think about just hooking up with a stranger. It makes me cringe.
I would say yes and no by this girl. It was some years ago. Like, she hit me up. She only had like one picture, and she was real pretty. So like, me and her were this right when I came out. Like, I was like 16, I believe, and she was feminine, and I thought she was so pretty. So like, I asked her, like, she would always like get online and then like get offline, get online then get offline. I'm like, okay, well, can we video chat? Cause that's when like Uvu was like real popping back. You remember Uvu? Uvu was real popping back in the day. So I'm like, okay, do you have a video camera so like we can Uvu? And she was just like, yeah, I'ma download it. But then like, she just kept making excuses like, yeah, I downloaded it, but I'm in trouble. Like, I'm grounded. I'm not supposed to be on a computer. And then she just log off. I'm just like, bruh, seriously? So like, I thought that was really weird and really strange. So it got to the point where I'm like, y'all, is this girl fake? So like, I hit my friends up and like, oh yeah, she was in my inbox too. And I'm like, oh, was she now? Like, I even got in a relationship with her on Facebook just to show people, not like because we were together, but I was like, oh, I wanted to send her a relationship request. So we were like, even in a relationship, like on Facebook and stuff. I'm like, bro, I'm in a relationship on Facebook with a catfish. It was really weird.
No, but I am so tired of people using me to catfish others. They're always disappointed when they finally find me, and I either don't know who they are, or they try to have conversations with me, continuing conversations with the catfish, and their feelings get hurt. So, no, but I'm always somebody's catfishy.
That sucks.
It does, bro. That's probably why I can't find a woman now. That's why the online dating don't work for me, because y'all be thinking I'm the catfish. That's what it is. I've been used as trans, I've been used as a male, and I've been used as a stud.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. So I remember there was this girl, I was talking to her for like 3 months. Gorgeous online. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. I hope she doesn't know that I'm talking about her. Probably not. Gorgeous online, great presence, everything just seemed so perfect. And then I met her and I was just like, you're using your pictures, but this is not how they looked when you first took them. So how? It was like the angles. It was even like the body shape was different. I was like, y'all are really talented with these editing apps and this camera and these angles. And it was awful. I definitely learned my lesson. So now anytime that I have got somebody's number over Instagram, I am that corny person who be like, send me a video or a picture for your contact, because honey, I need to see. And if we can't FaceTime in the first week, we can't talk, because I need to know ASAP.
Ha, I have been catfished. I was on Instagram. There was a group. As a matter of fact, it was a Stud for Stud group, and you could submit your pictures for shout outs or whatever. There was a picture of this girl. She was cute, you know, dreadhead, light skin, with some hazel eyes or whatever. And I kind of sent her a little message or whatever.
she sent me one back. So immediately I'm like, oh, I can't believe that, you know, she's interested in me. Long story short, I'm trying to video chat with her. She's like, nah, I'm at work, okay. So I'm like, well, let's go ahead and video chat. She's like, you know what? All right, we'll do it. So I was like, well, what you want to use? You want to use Skype, Tango, whatever, all the different things. That was some years ago. And so I found out because Tango, when you put somebody's phone number in your phone, Tango automatically updates to whoever has an account with Tango to go along with that phone number. So the phone number is in my phone as Dreadhead something or whatever. But then when it uploads to Tango, it's got the girl's government name. I'm like, but you didn't tell me your name was this. You told me your name was something else. Then I clicked on the profile picture. I'm looking at the profile picture like, that ain't the same picture as the one on Instagram. So the next time Shawty hit me up and was like, hey, you know, how you doing? Good morning, whatever. I was like, I don't even know her name. I'm just like, you know, good morning, Tasha. She was like, Tasha? Who is Tasha? I'm like, that's you, ain't it? Your number says Tasha. It don't say, I don't know, Brittany. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing a name out there. Like, explain that. When I say Shawty blocked me from everything, deleted everything, and I'm just like, gotcha. And it was crazy because I ended up going back using her government name. I Google searched her. Googled it. Every account that she had under that name popped up. Her MySpace, her Facebook, Twitter, all the accounts popped up. And the only part of the truth that she was telling was like, hey, I'm a student at this college. Every single social media page had that same college on her for where she was going to school at. What else she told me? She said she worked at a hotel. I'm going through all her pictures. All her pictures are she's at a hotel working. I said, this don't make no sense. Like, everything is lined up about who you are except for these pictures. Shit was wild. She was a film. You on a stud for stud page and you're a whole film. It was crazy.
I always call myself the original catfish because I got catfished before catfish was called catfish, and this was in high school. It was a girl at my high school. She was posing as this guy on Bigo. No, not Bigo. That's the app currently, y'all. Not Bigo. On Bebo, 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 and she was posing as him, and I realized, I found out, and I seen her at school. I let her have it. But then come to find out the picture she was using, the guy's pictures have been used many profiles and everywhere. So it was like, as soon as I figured out that I was being catfished, I started to see the pictures everywhere of this same person. So I was like, okay, she tried it, but it's okay.
Yes, I've been catfished. I was actually catfished a few days ago, by the way. Pretty much the guy had pictures of himself, but it was pictures of himself from when he was like 25 years old. He's actually like 50-something years old. So I pull up at his house and I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm looking for such and such. She's like, oh, I'm such and such. And I was like, you can't be such and such. She's like, yeah, it's me. And I was like, wait a minute, how old are these pictures? He was like, I mean, does it matter? They're my pictures. I said, it does matter. I was like, this isn't you. Like, this is you maybe like a couple of decades ago. And he was like, oh, you so superficial. I can't believe you. I said, no. It's not that you're not attractive or anything. I said, it's just that I was looking for somebody this age, and you're this age, and you've just lied about the most fundamental thing: who you are, what you look like. I can't alter my physical appearance, you know. So so what you see about me is what you get. You might see me in better lighting, you might see me with a different hairstyle, but it's ultimately me.
Probably, but I never cared enough to even go into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, most times what's crazy is when people like hit me up on social media, because I'm not the type of person who like reach out to other people or hop in people's inbox like, hey, yo, whatever. But when people hit me up and they're like, oh yeah, you know, I would really like to get to know you. You seem cool and whatever like that. I be dry as fuck. Like, I am so dry. I'm like, oh yeah? Like, so what you want to know? or whatever. And then, like, they'll get into asking me questions and I'll answer them. And then, like, it just kind of falls off from there because I'm certain that their expectation is for me to be asking them some shit. But guess what? You said you wanted to get to know me. I didn't say I wanted to get to know you. Yeah. Slight asshole. But that's just the real.
I have been catfished, but I actually caught the girl before she got a chance to tell me. I actually found the real girl's Instagram page, and I told her about it, and then guess what? I ended up blocked. So that's how I knew.
Yes, I have. I've had somebody catfish me because she told me, she sent me pictures and everything of that person, and then she sent me a picture of her little brother, but it was in a completely different background. Like, you know, she sent me pictures of her room and everything like that, and then she sent me a real picture of her little brother, and it wasn't the same background. And then I started to notice like things, and I was like, cause she never wanted to FaceTime, she never wanted to, and she always told me, I'm at work right now, I work all day. And I'm like, well, you got a break or something? I'm like, can we FaceTime now? But she just didn't want to FaceTime or anything. And then she finally came out to me because I started picking up on it. And when I told her, I was just like, what's going on? She came out about everything. She was like, okay, I want to be honest. I'm not who I say I was in the pictures. And I was like, wow. But then she hit me with but my feelings were real and all that. I didn't fall for her or anything like that. It was just really good conversation, but just after she lied about everything, I was like, oh no, I can't. You could have just been honest from the beginning.
I have been catfished. Have I ever been catfished? Absolutely, I've been catfished. I've been catfished quite a few times. I think that, you know, again, with online dating and stuff and technology, it's so easy for people to be someone else. And play make-believe. And, you know, just the last time I was catfished, I was talking to this guy in California. I was talking to him for a couple of months, actually, and I was cool with just communicating because they didn't live locally, so it's not like we could have met, you know, anyways. But they were very attractive, extremely attractive. They portrayed themselves as an aspiring R&B singer, writer, a dancer, all of these things. And they would send me constant videos and stuff of them dancing, you know, very, very professional, you know, pictures, you know, you could tell it was from a photo shoot, and videos of them singing and stuff. And I always, in the back of my mind, knew, I was like, this probably is catfish. It's probably catfish. And just to make a long story short, what ended up happening was that I had all of their social media platforms, but there was another Instagram account that popped up on the people you should know, and his picture was on there, and I was just like, oh, I didn't know you had this account. So I actually sent him a message, and I said, hey, what's up? I said, you got another account? I said, I didn't know about this one. And then the dude says, do I know you? And I was like, yeah, this is me, this is Alonzo, like, what's up? He was like, bruh, I don't know who you are, bruh. And I was just like, really? He was like, yeah. He was like, I have no idea who you are. And I was just like, okay. I said, well, just to let you know, I've been talking to somebody that has been using your pictures for a couple of months. And, you know, he's catfishing people using your account, using your pictures. And so he was just like, all right, thanks for letting me know. So I went and I called the guy that I have been talking to. And I told him, I said, hey, I talked to this guy who said that you had been using his pictures to catfish. And of course, after that, I never heard from him again. Ever. So.
No, I have not ever been catfish, but I have been misled. Some of y'all wear too much makeup. Y'all wear too much makeup. Y'all got the weave on and everything. Y'all got the whole plan set up. I was in the club, right? I was getting it. I was already 4 drinks in. Best thing alive. In the middle of the dance floor, getting it. This one shorty came into my circle while I was in my circle doing my dance, right? And she was getting it. We had chemistry, and it was like, great. She looked good, smelled good, felt good. Yeah, let's hook up again. Okay, let me meet you at your crib. I pulled up, and the wig was off. She didn't even have short or like, you know, long hair. The hair was gone. The hair was like in the cap. Y'all know how y'all come out in the cap, the stocking cap? Why she answer the door like that? I don't know, but I'm glad she did because I saw the truth. It was a major catfish.
Rejected? Oh my God. I mean, just keep it moving. Keep it moving.
It's all right. I'm gonna see you in real life. You ain't gonna tell me no then. Nah, I don't know. I I haven't experienced it to know how I would react to it, but honestly, I don't really have an issue with rejection. When it comes to dating, I honestly am really, really shy. So when it comes to dating women, I really just kind of sit back and chill, and I go in with the approach like, you ready to get shot down, even if I got a good chance. So be optimistic, y'all. That's how you handle it.
Believe it or not, I've actually got rejected on a dating app. And it's funny because a couple of the people who have rejected me have later found me on like social media and tried to holler at me. I guess I'm not that good on dating apps. I guess I don't present myself the best way or maybe put the right pictures, but like they've later followed me and been like, oh my God, like I love like your personality and your energy. But I mean, rejection comes a dime and a dozen. Like, you know, I think everyone has it very misconstrued that rejection is only if you're ugly. I have rejected some fine females just because I don't like what they do. Like, if you smoke weed all day, like, I don't really want to talk to you. Like, if you talk about certain issues or topics in certain ways, like, I know we're not going to mesh. So I've just taken it that rejection is not always a reflection on my looks. And sometimes it is a reflection on who I am. And that's a good thing for me. Now we don't waste our time realizing that we don't mesh and we don't go together. So
happens every day. I don't give a damn. There's plenty of people out there. Swipe left if you want to. Swipe left.
Pay it and move along. Because it happens so often. When you tell somebody you're trans, it's like, oh, I ain't into that. Oh, I ain't gay, but oh. Well, child, I don't feel like you're gay anyway because you're a man, you like a woman. That's what you see. That's what you're attracted to. So, but that's my own thought. So rejection is normal. And it doesn't faze me one way or the other because I am who I am. And like I say, if you can't fully embrace who I am, then it's not meant to be. So thank you for the rejection because you just saved me some time, baby. Thank you.
The way I handle rejection on a dating app is I just go ahead and block them. That's it. I mean, you know, this is what this is for. So you don't want to talk to me? Cool.
I don't care. Man, I get rejected all the time in real life. Shit. It happens. I think it just opened up the door for me to go on and do something else. Yeah, what they say, rejection is God's protection. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's better when you know that a motherfucker's not interested. Should I be cussing? It's better that you know that a person is not interested in you off rip. That way, y'all don't waste each other's time. I'm big on not wasting people's time. Don't waste mine. I won't waste yours. At the very moment that something is wrong, then, I mean, we're going to try to talk about it. If it's difficult to talk about, then we're going to find another way to express it or whatever, and kind of take it from there. Because, like, again, I don't want my time wasted, and I don't want to waste nobody else's time. I'm like, it's people out here that is looking for exactly what you have to offer. Just like it's people out here looking for exactly what I have to offer. And I don't want nobody holding me up from that. I'm not trying to hold nobody up from their person.
So I'm an Aries. I don't like being rejected at all. So if it's on the dating app, I've never seen you in person. I've never been around your aura. I don't know what your vibe is like, so I really don't care. No offense.
I wouldn't feel any type of way if somebody's not interested in me. Okay, just move on to the next. Or, you know, I won't like dwell on it, or I won't say my feelings are hurt or anything. I mean, if somebody's not interested, it's okay. I don't mind.
There's only one way to handle being rejected on a dating app or being rejected, period, and that's just to go on about your life. You know, you understand, and this is something that I had to learn recently. Rejection it has a lot to do with the other person. It has nothing to do with you. So when you're rejected, it's because there's something about you that person might not like or that person might not want, and that's fine. That's their problem. That's not your problem. So what I tend to do is if I feel rejected and somebody say no, okay, cool, and I'll continue on, but I don't let it affect my self-esteem, or I don't let it affect the way that I look at myself. Again, what other people think about you is none of your business. It's all them.
I would just be like, I saw that coming, because I don't like this shit anyways. I don't do dating apps.
If I was to date online and I was to be rejected online. It's like, how you gonna reject me online? You don't even know me. How you gonna reject me online? You don't even know me. You seen a picture, I'm fine, so that should be enough, right? No? Okay. This is why I don't date online. This is why. I'm terrible. I can't do it.
No. They can, but I feel like I would have to talk to like 100 people on the site to like find one good person, if you know what I mean. And I'm just not willing to do all that. That's just a lot of work.
It can. It just depends on how you handle it, and it depends on how you handle the person. If you handle that person with the intent of I only want to hook up with you and only get to know you on, a surface level, that's all you're going to get from them. But if you genuinely use it to try to meet new people, try to network, try to connect with somebody and get to know them from the person they are, take anything sexual or dating or romantic off the table, then it's very possible that you can. I mean, we live in a technological world. Most relationship and friendships, we ain't never seen these people.
Sometimes I do think that they do, in the sense that we sometimes unnaturally, even the most unshallow people, have shallow expectations. And I do feel like on dating apps is the one time that you can really be free and just like talk to people for who they are. And sometimes you can't shake those connections. Sometimes even when you get with them and you may not be thrilled about their physical appearance, they're so attractive to you because you've learned who they are. So I do think that they are definitely helping break the barriers of us Xing people out because they don't meet our physical checklist.
They can. I mean, if that's where you originally meet, I don't put it past anyone that you can form a genuine connection depending on wherever you met. Like, you can make a connection from being online or going to the gym. Like, it's the same thing. So it's just another place to meet someone. So
Yes. I say that with hesitation, but yes. Because it's like, an introduction to it. And what you do afterwards is up to you and that person. But I think the dating apps, it's like a window to, it's like plenty of fish in the sea. Like, it's a window, it's the gate, it's the door that opens you up to everything or every option that you have out there. And so when you feel like you may not be satisfied or you feel like you might want more than one, like, it's right there in the palm of your hands to make that decision. So I don't know if it's always genuine, but I do think that there can be genuine friendships or relationships that develop from it.
I think they can help you form genuine connections depending on what you use them for. But I think you need to go on there and use them for dating or hooking up if that's what you're going to do. Do not go on dating apps to network and to be friends. Stop. That's what Facebook and in-person stuff is in these little groups they have on these little boards for y'all to join. Make friends that way, the old-fashioned way, in person.
And dating is really all about getting to know each other. A lot of times when you meet people and you're attracted to a person, you're attracted to whatever it is that you're attracted to. And a lot of times we want to base that whole person around that thing that we're attracted to. When there's a whole lot of parts to a person or whatever. Like, you love this, but this over here you don't like. But you're so in love with this over here that, you're going to be like, I'm not going to worry about this until this is getting on your motherfucking nerves. You know what I'm saying? And now you got a whole big issue because it's something that you never even tried to address because you were so in awe over here. Or whatnot. So I think, social media and the internet make it easier for you to really get to know a person so long as both of you are being genuine.
I do think dating apps can help people form genuine relationships. Because in all honesty, when I met the girl I'm talking to now, I have never seen her in person until last month. I went to fly out to go see her. And the connection that we formed beforehand was strong. So when we seen each other in person, it was even stronger. So yeah, I definitely believe that it'll help you form genuine relationships.
No. I think just because some people just use dating apps as hookups. They don't really use it as like trying to actually find love. So I think it's just hookups for, people on dating apps. So I don't...
I think that dating apps could help a person form a genuine connection. I think the dating app can be used as a portal to connect individuals, like-minded individuals to each other. Because again, you're not always going to get the fairy tale where you're at the gas station pumping gas and somebody just come up to you and start talking to you, and bam, 10 years later you guys are together or been married for 10 years because you met at the gas station off a whim. It's not always going to happen like that. Sometimes you have to actually be able to assist the process. And I think that dating apps a lot of time assist the process in you meeting people or putting you in a position where you are, electronically available and people see your picture and they come to you, and it takes out the guesswork. Because again, a lot of times when you meet people in public, you're less prone to approach them because you're scared, you're afraid. I don't know if this person get down. I don't know if this person is gay. I don't know if this person is going to receive me. So, you miss the opportunity of what could have been. But I think that the dating apps definitely can help. But you have to be willing to be dedicated and you have to be willing to be consistent. And I think that is the word that a lot of people, fail to realize how important it is. Consistency is very important, because the consistency is going to tell whether or not you are interested or whether or not that person is interested in you. And it's going to allow you to get to know that person so you can build that foundation, because the foundation is going to allow you to withstand a lot of things in order for you to have that healthy relationship. So my answer is absolutely yes.
I don't know. People can say anything on them apps. People could be anybody. No, I don't fuck with them dating apps.
But what about connections? Do you think that they can help you build genuine connections?
No, I don't think so. Maybe I'm missing out. Somebody tell me I'm missing out. Because I have not given not one dating app a chance. You look at my phone, I don't have not one dating app. All I have is Instagram. And Twitter is somewhere in one of those boxes. I don't even get on that shit.
I think dating apps can definitely help people form relationships though, because I hear a lot of stories about them. A lot of people say, I met my husband online, I met my wife online. A lot of people say they find love on there, so I'm not gonna knock it. I believe in it.
If my future soulmate is watching, or my future spouse is watching right now, shit, holla at me. Let me know where you at. Nah, but for real, like you would have to hit me on the head, because I wouldn't know. Like, people try to talk to me, I wouldn't know. But my future spouse, my future soulmate, I mean, I'm just looking forward to longevity in a relationship, a successful relationship. So if that's what you want, and shit, I'm here. I'm here for it. That's about it. That's all I can really say.